What if I told you the toughest tests for #1 fighter in the world, Islam Makhachev, were a Brazilian alcoholic, speedrunning lung cancer, a lifelong vegan and proud cuck with McGregor wannabe syndrome, and a drag queen whose TikTok is rather explicit? That's right, I think Carlos Prates, Garry, and Michael Morales all beat Islam Makhachev, or are the closest things possible to a nightmare matchup. I don't think Ilia Topuria beats Islam, sadly. I think Topuria is genuinely too small at 170 and would just get stalled out. Topuria's BJJ would keep him safe from submissions, but Islam will happily bore the world to death with control time. Just ask Jack Della Maddalena, pour one out. Oh well, no triple champion for Ilia Topuria. He'll have to take out his anger on Justin Gaethje and bury him on the White House lawn. But now Islam is in trouble because he's in a weight class where he can't just smurf his way through it anymore. You know, the great Dagestani cheat code of extreme weight cutting. Gimme one of these three guys to take on Islam Makhachev next. Carlos Prates is the most powerful fighter Islam's ever faced. Garry is the trickiest opponent Islam has ever faced. And Michael Morales is by far the biggest guy that he's ever faced. Absolute fucking muscle dummy he is. And Islam Makhachev knows how good his challengers are, which is exactly why he's been campaigning to fight 39-year-old Kamaru Usman. That's right, we have 3 top-tier contenders in their primes begging to fight Islam Makhachev. All of them deserve a shot in their own ways, but no, Islam would rather fight an out-of-prime Kamaru Usman on the tail end of his career. No knees Kamaru Usman, who needs to walk on grass instead of concrete just to get through his day. Meanwhile, Carlos Prates is sending his knees straight through people's skulls and livers on the regular. And I know exactly what's going to happen. Islam will claim it's I respect him so much, it's legacy, brother. No. I just see right through your shit. Like, it's just a convenient way for you to duck your toughest tests yet and ride off with the fake glory. Like, good for you. And then everyone pretends Usman wasn't washed and it's a respectable win. Like, guys, he's done. Buckley just can't stuff a single takedown, as we found out. And look, I don't even have a problem with Islam, but if he signs to fight Kamaru Usman in 2026, that just holds up the best division in the UFC for another year. Look, Ali Abdelaziz is going to work his black magic, all right? And he's the manager of Islam and Kamaru, so that man's plotting and scheming. How's Noah? I just think this matchup is a waste of everyone's time. Like, Usman is ranked number 8. He's had his time. He's done. Let Garry, let Carlos Prates have a crack at that title, please. And we know how Dana White has always been biased towards Usman, like through his title reign, calling him the best welterweight of all time over George St. Pierre. That's either just fully casual or, I don't know, some kind of weird, like, promoter rage bait, but Dana White is retarded for that take. I can totally see Dana making Kamaru Usman, Islam Makhachev, and then trying to sell us that, like, that's what we want, but, like, fuck right off, dude, you bald fuck. But anyways, let's break down these matchups. Don't forget, like and subscribe to my shit, and hit the bell icon for more. First up, the heavy chain smoker and Nutella cake connoisseur, Carlos Prates. He has the touch of death, and by simply tattooing Muay Thai on his chest, this has gifted him, like, the KO power of a fucking heavyweight. Like, if he connects on Islam's chin, Islam's going night-night, all right? Pantoja already cracked that chin once.
You know who Pantoja beat, right?
No.
Makhachev knocked him out.
And people won't admit it, but it's closer than you think. I'm not just a Fighting Nerds glazer, you know, big up in my boy Prates, but I would respect the shit out of Makhachev if he actually took this fight, but he won't because the consequences are devastating. Prates avoids a bit of grappling, you know, finds that rhythm, finds that liver, finds that chin. It is all over. The way I see it, Islam doesn't have the size, the power, the kickboxing ability, the footwork, or the durability to strike with Prates. That's just the facts. He needs a submission in this fight to win it. And look, I'm not completely delusional, all right? Prates is built like Slender Man, and would get toppled over like a tower of cards. Like, Islam is taking him down. It's just, is his BJJ good enough for him to survive and get the round restarted on the feet? And the real question is, just how unlucky is Jack Della Maddalena? Up next, Ian Garry is by far the most technical fighter Islam will ever have had to face. And if you're getting boxed up by, hip surgery, silk sheets Poirier, Dustin Poirier, we gotta have a talk there, Mr. Makhachev, alright? That fight was way closer than it should have been. But what makes this bout so intriguing to me is that Ian Garry is a lifelong vegan, lacking any testosterone whatsoever. That is a red flag. And that's why I love this matchup. It makes it interesting. Like, if Ian Garry can go out there and beat Islam Makhachev on a diet of, like, chickpeas and lentils while his wife is getting piped by another man, a superstar will be born, without a doubt. So, we need to see this fight eventually, and look, Ian absolutely deserves it. Look, he beat Prates. He outskilled him in every domain. Yes, it was on short notice. He is what we used to call, though, pay-per-view poison, because look, his mouth can sell fights, but his style sure can't. Ian Garry loves to, like, move a lot, back up a lot, but he could find that perfect counter. Ian Garry has really, really good striking. He's very, very cautious, and sort of looks like a scaredy cat at times with his fight style, but I think Ian Garry can be violent when he wants to be. He's got some good knockouts. This would be a real good chess match, because we saw Ian Garry have a really good 5-round fight with Shavkat Rakhmonov, where he injured our boy Rakhmonov. I saw you stomping that knee, Ian Garry. Fuck you for that. But that was an amazing fight. Shavkat won the fight 3-2 on the scorecards. I could see Ian Garry winning this fight by decision. Maybe Islam can find a submission, but Ian has been doing so much work, BJJ work recently over in Brazil with, the shoot-to-box team, like teaming up with Oliveira to get some good, like, rolls in. I think he could stay safe and surprise some people, and even survive some rounds against Makhachev here, so, yeah, gimme Garry. Up next, Michael Morales. Michael Morales would really give Islam a taste of his own medicine when it comes to the weight bullying. Like, look, this fucking guy weighs, like, 223 pounds out of camp. Like, he has to cut over 50 pounds to make welterweight. He's already shown to be a good anti-grappler. He defended everything that Sean Brady had for him and knocked him out. Sean Brady is an amazing grappler. Morales versus Makhachev probably wouldn't sell very well, but it would be a great challenge for both of them, because it would be like the first time that Islam would get size mogged, like frame mogged, by this muscle dummy Morales, and that would just be like a funny look. Like, Islam's always been like the bigger guy or like equal height with his opponent, cutting a shitload of weight. This would just be funny to see him, like, as a pipsqueak against Michael Morales. Like, what if Islam can't control him on the ground? What if Islam can't get any takedowns? Michael Morales really burst onto the scene out of nowhere. This is why it probably wouldn't sell, but he's 19-0. That's kind of a selling point, right? But just not a lot of info on this guy. But us hardcores know how good he really is, okay? His reach is insane. He's got like a fucking near John Jones reach at like welterweight. I could see him stuffing the takedowns absolutely and just knocking out Makhachev, but will this fight ever happen? Who knows? And lastly, let's talk about Topuria. This is just fantasy, I think. Like, if we were gonna get this fight, we probably would have seen it already, which really sucks, because I think Ilia Topuria is a fun and competitive fight for Islam down at lightweight, but 170 is just a bit too physical for Ilia. Like, guys, Ilia's 5'6". Like, I know we love to really glaze Ilia, and it makes sense, right? Like, look at his resume. Look at how he wins his fights. His boxing is just on another level, but all through Islam's career, he has either had to face well-rounded fighters who weren't dangerous, or dangerous fighters who weren't well-rounded enough, and I think Ilia is both. He's well-rounded and he is dangerous, which is why it would make for such a good fight. Like, obviously Topuria could KO Islam. Islam got knocked, he's been knocked out already with one punch, but I just think Islam would go straight to the grappling and just stall out Topuria and kill the buzz dead. So I think Ilia should actually avoid this fight like the plague, like I want to see it, but for Ilia's sake, just don't even bother with it, because you're just going to get laid on for 25 minutes and feel helpless and feel defeated and start crying like Jack Della Maddalena. So just don't even take the fight. And people don't like to talk about it, dude, but Bryce Mitchell took down Ilia Topuria, and we never saw him get back up. Saved by the bell. There's my Joe Rogan take of the video. There shouldn't even be a cage. There shouldn't be time limits. There should be sudden deaths when someone's in full mount. Look, Islam Makhachev, his lightweight legacy is super legit, but this video is about welterweight, and things are different now, dude. So these are Islam Makhachev's nightmare matchups. Make sure you guys like and subscribe for more, and as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all real soon.